If you're over 60 and walking every day, you might still be losing strength. That's not meant to discourage you. In fact, walking is wonderful for your heart, your mood, and your overall health. But here's the truth. Most people aren't told. Walking alone does not fully train the muscles that keep you steady when you turn, step sideways, or lower yourself down a stair. And those are the moments when falls actually happen. Walking is mostly forward and steady. Life is not. Real life asks you to pivot in the kitchen, step off a curb, get up from a low couch, or catch yourself if you trip. After 60, we naturally lose muscle mass, especially fast-twitch fibers responsible for quick reactions and stability. Research shows that muscle power declines faster than muscle endurance with age. That means you may still be able to walk a mile, but struggle to rise quickly from a chair or control your body stepping down. That gap is where risk quietly builds. The good news: you don't need a gym. You don't need heavy weights. You need 3 specific movements that retrain what walking leaves behind: lateral stability, standing strength, and controlled descent. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what to do instead. Simple, powerful moves designed to protect your independence, strengthen your legs, and restore confidence with every step. Before we go any further, I'd love to know who's here with us today. Comment your name, your age, and the state you're watching from. We're building one of the strongest, most active communities for adults over 60 right here, and your presence truly matters. Let's prove that strength has no expiration date. Why walking isn't enough. Walking is excellent for circulation, heart health, and mental clarity. The American Heart Association recommends it for good reason. But after 60, something important begins to change beneath the surface. Starting as early as our 30s, we gradually lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. After 60, that loss accelerates. More importantly, we lose muscle power even faster than muscle endurance. Power is what helps you react quickly, stabilize your hips, and control your body when stepping down or standing up. Walking trains endurance in a straight line. Life requires strength in multiple directions. Most falls in older adults don't happen while walking forward on flat ground. They happen while turning, stepping sideways, getting up from a chair, or going downstairs. These movements demand lateral hip stability, strong thigh muscles, and controlled eccentric strength, especially in the quadriceps. If we don't train those specifically, they quietly weaken. That's why today isn't about replacing walking. It's about completing it. These next 3 movements retrain the exact patterns your body stops practicing, and they can dramatically improve balance, confidence, and independence. Let's start the countdown. Number 3, lateral step-ups build the stability walking can't give you. Why this matters. One of the most overlooked muscles after 60 sits on the outer part of your hip, the gluteus medius. It's not a show muscle. You won't see it in the mirror, but it quietly keeps your pelvis level every time you stand on one leg, which happens with every step you take. When this muscle weakens, your body begins to sway slightly side to side. You may not notice it at first, but over time, that instability shows up when you turn quickly, step around furniture, or shift directions. Research consistently links weak lateral hip strength to increased fall risk in older adults. Walking forward does not significantly challenge this side-to-side stabilizer. That's the missing piece. Lateral step-ups retrain your ability to control your body in the frontal plane, the side-to-side direction most people stop training. And when that improves, something powerful happens. Turning feels smoother, standing feels steadier, and your confidence rises naturally. Stability creates freedom. How to do it correctly? You'll need a low, sturdy step about 4 to 6 inches high. A bottom stair works perfectly. Stand sideways next to the step so one foot is close to the edge. Place that foot fully on top of the step. Before moving, stand tall, chest open, eyes forward. Now press firmly through your heel, not your toes, and lift your body up onto the step. Bring the other foot up gently to meet it. Pause for 1 full second at the top. Feel your balance. Then slowly step back down in reverse order. Control the descent, don't drop. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions on one side before switching. Aim for 2 sets. Common mistakes to avoid: leaning your upper body toward the stepping leg, pushing off aggressively from the bottom foot, rushing the movement, letting the knee collapse inward. If this feels too challenging, hold a countertop lightly for support. If stepping up is difficult right now, start with side leg raises while holding a chair. Move with intention. Slow and steady builds real strength. Next, we move to something even more powerful, a movement that predicts independence. Number 2, sit to stand, the movement that predicts independence. Why this matters. There is one simple movement doctors and physical therapists often use to assess strength, fall risk, and long-term independence, standing up from a chair without using your hands. It may seem basic, but it's powerful. Lower body strength, especially in the quadriceps and glutes, is one of the strongest predictors of functional independence after 60. Studies show that reduced chair rise ability is associated with higher fall risk, slower walking speed, and even decreased longevity. Not because the movement itself is magical, but because it reflects total lower body strength and neuromuscular coordination. Walking builds endurance, standing up builds power. Power is what helps you get off the toilet safely. Power is what helps you rise from a low couch. Power is what helps you recover if you stumble. When this ability declines, daily life quietly becomes harder. Many people compensate by pushing off their knees or rocking forward aggressively. Over time, that pattern reinforces weakness instead of correcting it. The good news: this is trainable at any age, and every repetition sends your brain a powerful message. I can still do this. How to do it correctly: use a firm, stable chair, no wheels, no deep cushions. Sit near the front edge. Place your feet shoulder width apart, flat on the floor. Your knees should align over your second toe, not collapsing inward. Now here's the key. Gently tighten your core and hinge slightly forward from your hips, not your lower back. Your nose should move over your toes. This shifts your center of gravity safely. Press through your heels and stand up slowly. Do not rush. At the top, fully straighten your hips and pause for 1 second to regain balance. Then lower yourself back down slowly, taking about 3 seconds to sit. Do not drop into the chair. The controlled lowering phase builds strength just as much as standing. Aim for 10 repetitions. Rest 1 minute, complete 2 to 3 sets. Common mistakes: using momentum to rock up, pushing heavily with your hands, knees collapsing inward, dropping quickly into the seat. If it's too difficult, raise the chair height with a firm cushion. If needed, lightly hold a countertop for balance. This movement protects your independence more than almost anything else. And now, we come to the most important exercise, the one most people never train. Number 1, step downs with control, the strength that prevents real-life falls. Why this is the most important. Here's something that surprises most people. Many falls don't happen while walking forward, they happen while stepping down. Off a curb, down a stair, onto uneven ground. Going up requires strength. Going down requires control. That control depends heavily on eccentric strength, the ability of your muscles, especially the quadriceps, to lengthen under tension and break your body weight. Research shows that eccentric strength declines significantly with age, often faster than concentric strength. That means you may still climb stairs, but feel unsteady coming down. When eccentric control weakens, the body drops instead of lowers. The knee absorbs force instead of guiding it. Balance reactions become delayed. Training this pattern retrains your nervous system. It improves joint protection, reaction timing, and confidence on stairs. More importantly, it teaches your body not to panic under load. This is not flashy training. This is protective training. And after 60, protection is power. How to do it safely and effectively. Use a low step, ideally 4 inches to start. Stand with both feet on the step near the edge. Keep your chest tall and your eyes forward. Shift your weight onto one leg. This will be your working leg. Slowly lower the opposite foot toward the floor. Take 3 to 4 seconds to descend. Imagine you are gently lowering yourself, not stepping off. Lightly tap the heel of the lowering foot to the ground. Do not transfer full weight yet. Then press through the heel of the top leg to return to standing on the step. The key is slow control. The slower you go within reason, the more you train braking strength. Perform 8 to 12 repetitions per side. Rest, then repeat for 2 sets. Common mistakes: dropping quickly instead of lowering slowly, letting the knee collapse inward, leaning excessively forward, using too high of a step too soon. If balance is a concern, stand near a railing or countertop. If knee discomfort appears, reduce the step height or range of motion. This exercise changes how you move through the world. It restores confidence not just in your muscles, but in your reactions. And that changes everything. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before starting a new exercise routine, especially if you have had recent surgery, severe arthritis, balance disorders, uncontrolled blood pressure, heart conditions, or neurological diagnoses such as Parkinson's disease. If you experience chest pain, severe dizziness, sharp joint pain, or unusual shortness of breath, stop immediately and seek medical guidance. Exercise should challenge you, not harm you. Your safety comes first. Strong and steady always begins with smart decisions. After 60, less can often be more. More intensity is not the answer. More miles are not the answer. More exhaustion is not the answer. More intention is. Walking keeps your heart strong, but these movements protect something even more precious: your independence. The ability to rise from a chair without hesitation, the confidence to step down without grabbing the railing in panic, the steadiness to turn, pivot, and move through your home without fear. Strength after 60 is not about looking athletic. It's about staying capable. Always ask one simple question: what happens next if this finds something? What happens if weakness continues quietly? What happens if balance is never retrained? What happens if the small losses compound, year after year? Prevention is not dramatic. It's disciplined. Real prevention starts with smart daily movement, protecting muscle power, sleeping deeply enough to recover, making small, consistent choices. You don't need complicated programs. You don't need to train like you're 30. You need movements that prepare you for real life. Because after 60, the goal is not just to live longer, it's to live stronger. Your body is still listening. Your muscles still respond. Your balance can still improve. And every controlled step you take from here forward is a quiet declaration: I am not done getting stronger. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these surprised you most? Have you ever experienced something similar? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one.